Hello, Dawnsbury citizens. We have managed to defeat/save the Heart of Fire, though it was a bit rough, and also stop the Final Dusk, the Starborn Demon Lord. And hooray, we've saved everything. Nothing bad can go wrong at this point. Had some crit fails on some stuff. Also, for anyone wondering, the mermaid shop used to be significantly more powerful. So you used to be able to buy some level 4 scrolls there, and this is the first time that I had fought that boss without having some of that available. Not to mention, I think there's some AI adjustments done on how the boss behaves, because some of his moves I also had not seen before in terms of how he was acting. So I was caught a little bit off guard there, admittedly. But onwards and upwards. We have a level up to do here. Now, I will mention, strictly speaking, if we already have 18 Charisma, adding this as a partial boost and technically does nothing at this point. It would help at level 10, which we won't hit because that part of the game's not out yet. So, in theory, you can argue you should put points into other things for now. I prefer to play the way that you actually would in a tabletop game, which is you don't get to just rearrange your stats at a whim. So I am actually going to go into all of this. So, our strength went up to 18, which is actually very helpful. Not only is it another attack, it's another damage. We get more hit points, which helps. We get another will save, which helps. And our dexterity doesn't really matter so much because we're wearing full plate, which gives us that nice bulwark reflex bonus in the first place. Ancestry feat. There is this Fey Influence one, which is I assume it's some kind of homebrew feat, because I haven't run into this before, but it seems to pretty much blow everything out of the water when you can get a free heal per day, which is very useful in emergency situations, like when 2 of your party members crit fail a fireball and get one-shotter from full health. Like that's an awkward thing when that happens. Let's see, we can grab performance, because we're going to actually want that. Level 3 spells, we get 2 of them. Calm emotions, of course we have that. Let's see. Blindness, circle protection, haste is very good. Roaring applause, that's really good. So let's go for haste and roaring applause. This allows us to quicken a target for the rest of the encounter, or it allows us to deny enemies' reactions. Those are both very good. And we get to pick something as a signature spell. We don't probably need Hideous Laughter anymore, but I'll see if there's anything else that looks good. Let's be able to heighten Magic Missile, and we can swap Magic Weapon out as well, but we'll do that after this. Strength, Con, Dex, Wisdom. You may notice that our Dexterity did not go up, but our Strength did, which means now it is even easier for us to potentially switch to the Maul. I felt frustrated sometimes, like the 2d6 plus 1... instead of 2d6 plus 4 is a significant difference, right? That's the difference between 11 and 8, or what is that, about a 40% increase in damage. So, not to mention it's harder to flank and you have to deal with cover and all that stuff. So I have not been impressed so far with the Shortbow, but we will keep rolling here. And of course if we were, we get damage bonuses on top of that. Okay. Ancestry feat, again, free heal per day. We already have Thievery, so let's go with Acrobatics. Our Champion, ability boosts. Again, we have full plate, so we don't need to up that. Charisma improves our Intimidation if we ever use that. Again, free heal per day. There's some other things that are some homebrew stuff. +1 circumstance bonus to all skill checks if you're adjacent to somebody else. Free heal per day. Skill increase. Go with Acrobatics, so we can pick Kip up at level 7, which is the big thing because that allows you to stand up as a free action, which is helpful if you get knocked prone or if you get knocked unconscious, which then knocks you prone. And Safi, we're going Cloistered Cleric, so we get an extra free heal per day. Our Con and Dex are looking better. Even he can use a free heal per day. And then we can go for Acrobatics again too. Okay. pretty soon we're probably going to swap some of these protections for Bless, I would guess. But we need to be able to actually cast a Dirge of Doom for that. We have things like Roaring Applause, but we're going to be using that from our Bard. That's why the Bard's there. Safi is here to keep everyone in fighting shape. Let's give you a Fairy Fire, maybe. Just in case we run into stuff. A few months after you killed the final dusk and restored the sun, everything looks great, yes, and you leisurely rest and play tabletop role-playing games, yes. But you have a feeling that soon time will come for you to enter the Dark Swamp. Interesting. Alright, let's look at our retraining. At this point, we no longer need Magic Missile. I'm going to grab True Strike. Being able to get advantage effectively, and no flat check from healment or concealment or circumstance penalties. That'll make that a very accurate strike, so we can do something like use Inspire Courage or Dirge of Doom, and then True Strike, and then Strike. And that will hopefully be very significant. That's my hope. We do have Fairy Fire there, so I'm only going to grab one on Safi here. And then shop-wise, we can get the +1 armor. We do have some money here. We burned through a lot of our scrolls in that last fight, that's for sure. We have a scroll of Fairy Fire there as backup. A lot of healing potions. We have, these are all cold iron except for that one, which probably is needed, but I'll do it anyway. We do have, how do we deal with ghosts is a good question if we encounter them. We do have magic missiles that Anna's able to cast that'll do about 20 damage per cast using her 3rd level slots, but she only has 2 of those, so that's only about 40 damage. I'm thinking we give Scarlet, so their precision isn't going to be very useful, and neither is the bow. If we fight something that has like 10 resistance, then unless we crit, we're only going to do 8 average damage, and that 8 average damage won't pierce it. So let's, now if we have Ghost Touch, in theory it would, but I'm thinking in that kind of circumstance, when we're not getting the precision bonus or anything, we may want to grab a Ghost Touch rune on the Maul instead. And then stick to this, put like things like flaming runes and the like on it. Okay. We could buy another runestone for Safi. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Otherwise, we could get a minor sturdy shield to give him a bonus. Tok'dar in particular could benefit from that. How much did these Belt of Good Health cost? 4. I'm going to give you a Belt of Good Health, Anna. And I'm going to get a better shield for Tok'dar. And that more or less cleans us out. So let's see if we can grab another heal scroll, though. I think that's good. A few months after you defeated the final dusk, just as you're enjoying the bright summer sun, out of nowhere strikes an unseen assassin.
So you finally come face to face with the final dusk, the starborn demon lord who terrorized Dawnsbury for 7 years. What do you do?
I cast Resist Energy Fire on Finian.
Great! In that case, I'm gonna leap across the pool of lava and strike the demon lord!
You can't do that. The pool is 15 feet wide and your leap distance is only 10 feet.
Ugh. If you were chaotic like Linka, you'd have let me do it.
I am chaotic, but my alignment doesn't mean I'll let you ignore the rules whenever you feel like it.
Fine. Then I guess I'll double move instead and then sneak attack the loser.
That does sound like a good idea. Sneak attack, loser.
What the... Anna, What's happening?
An ambush! An invincible creature just hit the battle leader.
See a few more among the trees.
The children. Get them out.
No. My Fey friends, kill the Guardians. Take the children.
That doesn't seem good. Alright, we have an elite quickling with invisibility that didn't break, which would probably indicate it's a rank 4 invisibility, which means this would probably be a good target for our Fairy Fire. So he still have a 20% chance to miss him, but he doesn't get automatic sneak attacks against us here. And then we can raise our shield, probably. So these quicklings have sneak attack. They're probably going to stab Anna again. So we want Toktar to get over here. And see if we can smack him. That'll do it. So it says can't catch me, which is a thing they get when targeted by a strike. The quickling darts aside, gaining a +2 bonus to AC. After the strike resolves, this quickling can then stride up to half its speed, and it has 100 feet of movement. So they can stride up to 50 feet after you attack them. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's prevent some of that damage there, and we'll step there, and we'll strike him, and then he'll move around. Okay, so you can't dodge again. So you seem like a really good target to kill. So let's hunt prey. We got 100 shut off. Oh, we have another person going invisible. And that is heightened invisibility. So we're going to need another Fairy Fire to deal with that. We have a scroll, but the other person who's set up to handle this is Anna, who unfortunately is, you know, not in the best of shape. So at a minimum, we're going to want to stand here. And I think we burn the Fairy Fire. Safi will go next and heal us. We don't want them getting flat-footed and everything missing us. Okay. Now Safi will do a Healer's Blessing. Might as well use our human spell here. It's no different than our other ones, and just frees up, makes that a little less cluttered. And with the Healer's Blessing adding another 6, plus a good heal there, we're basically reversed that. So now Quickling B will go later. I don't want to move too far away from these two. So yeah, he strides away, but not very far. Okay. That missed. He will go again before Anna. Right now, he has standard cover, so we only have a 36% chance to hit. If we move over there, we improve that to a 44% chance to hit. Which is still not great. On the flip side, let's say we were to swap them all, we're up to 48%. We lose 1 from the lower strength, but we then gain 2 back from flanking. And we crit for a lot more there. I'll go back to the Shortbow. I just wanted to show some of the problems there where you have to run around and even then you don't get the same to hit bonuses. Yeah, we'll stop that. He'll run away. Ouch. Okay, Anna, this would be a good time. Let's do a lingering composition of Inspire Courage. We did succeed. We have 2 actions left. I really want to hit this bastard. I'm gonna burn one of my level 1 spells. Cast True Strike. Got him. Let's see. Does it tell me I rolled 15 and 15? Okay, that works. So we have 2 enemies left here. Anna's still rather being banged up, but the Quickling won't be able to get more sneak attacks on her. Everyone else is okay, so I'm only going to burn a level 2 spell here. And I think that'll probably be fine. You don't... Well, you don't get hit, I guess, is the end result there. But we can hunt prey, move over. Yeah, bam. Big hit. Now it's just the pixie. Critical hit, so I'm frightened 1. Anna, move over here. Woo, that's a big hit. Safi, you are 60 feet away. So we could cast Needle Darts.
How come he was invisible throughout the combat?
Check this. A potion of greater invisibility. He must have drunk another one before the encounter. Are you alright, Anna?
I'll live. But, have you heard what the Quickling said? About taking the children?
The Fae intended to kidnap the children.
Yes. And why was Scarlet the Game Master today?
I substituted for Lenka, who didn't come.
You think the Fae have already taken her?
We'll check Lenka's home before we go, but yes, that's what I think.
And there's no time to waste. The Dawnsbury Four must set out on this quest immediately.
But where to? We don't know where they could have taken her.
The Hag Coven in the Dawnsbury Swamp. The Hags hold sway with the Fae, and they've wanted children for years.
But they promised to leave the town alone.
We should have never negotiated with those foul crones.
Something is off, but I agree with Scarlet. Heal up, everyone, and get ready to move out.
Alright. We have a potion of Grazer Visibility and a scroll of Fairy Fire, which Safi will hold on to, and see you can easily swap the scrolls around. Level 3 Scroll of Magic Missile, which is a rank 5 one. Okay, that's actually pretty good against things. And then let's give Scarlet the potion so she can get flat-footed enemies with her sniping. We'll go ahead and swap that back for right now, but I wanted to look at the difference. Time to enter the swamp. Suspecting that Link has been kidnapped by a hag coven, you enter the dark swamp, but this is treacherous terrain.
Lenka wasn't at home.
She was not.
She's probably with the hags in the swamp.
She probably is.
In the wet swamp, with rickety bridges and pools of black decaying water.
Safi, what are you doing?
She has to get over her fear of water someday.
Not like this, Safi. We need her at full alertness to guide us through the swamp.
Stop scaring the battle leader immediately, or we will sacrifice you to the Hag Coven.
What?
The hags did express a preference for children.
Perhaps we could trade you for Lenka.
I'll behave.
The objective in this encounter is that one of us needs to reach one of the 2 exit squares. Keep your eyes open. There may be danger lurking about.
I'm sure we'll just have a lovely stroll through this lovely swamp and end up over there with no complications whatsoever.
Movement ahead. Insectoid.
Dragonflies, but hugely oversized.
This is the only way forward. We must fight through them.
Combat encounter. Move the other parties closer to the battle's free action. Yeah. Guess so. Of course, we then still run forward a bit, so whoops. Alright, time for the dragonflies to all try to... We're grabbed, hit, and grabbed. Okay, well, we just lost half our health there, so, you know. I think you're destined to get this Healer's Blessing. And let's hit you with a level 2 heal. Which, I think, perfectly exactly healed her to maximum hit points. Alright, now this is difficult terrain, so it's going to be hard for us to get a proper flank here. We really want to, we're already hitting this one, so we want to keep hitting it. Guess we can do a Hunter's Aim here. 8 damage. Woo. Alright, here comes the Elite Giant Dragonfly. Okay, it looks like we will be able to step there to hit it. Okay. Well, we're going to be able to try to step there and hit it, is what I meant to say. Let's give us a Lingering Inspire Courage. We can't cast a spell without a chance to lose it. So, let's try hitting that. 40% chance to hit it versus... We could cast Shield to gain 1 AC and block 10 damage. 40% chance still is a pretty good chance. It's also a pretty good chance it's going to hurt a lot. So okay, so if we had put our shield up, we would have been able to turn that into a hit instead of a crit and blocked 10. So would have saved us 20 damage versus taking all of that. So maybe that was what I should have done. It's like, why is Anna at 22 AC? It's because she's grabbed. That's why it automatically updates. It's like Tok'tar and Anna should have the same AC here. She has a little less hit points than Tok'tar, but her actual damage per cast should be about the same. Alright, well, we're going to have to burn some more serious heals here. I like the music, though. At 3, 3, and 1. Okay. Guidance won't actually really do anything here because we got the performance. I would think we want to eliminate one of these first. So we'll move back down. Okay, one's down. And the elite one is closer, so I guess we'll shoot at that. If we take a shot, we have 65. This has a better, so we have 65, 40 for 105 roughly, or we can go 75. I think the 65, 40 is better. Or we can miss both of them, you know, that works too. Now we can step back up. And Anna is still getting wailed on horribly. We will need to... We got a success on that, okay. That's a miss. We don't have a flank here, which is... Now we're dying. That's a better heal. Now I'm going to switch what we're doing because we actually have a flank here. There we go. There's a good crit, only for 14 damage though. Oof. Double ones. Okay, that's why. And then we actually have a better aim on here who's flat-footed to us, so this seems like an opportunity to actually land some damage in. Yeah, I still should. Okay, so we can't stand because we're immobilized. We can pick up the maul. Try to hit this thing, though. First time I've used a champion that's sword and board instead of two-handed weapons. I have to say I am not as impressed here. It's lacking the big hits when they're going after Ana, and it's lacking the reach. You know, either you get a bigger hit or you get reach. We don't have either here. Okay. We apparently have a clear shot there, I guess maybe because Anna's prone. I'm not 100% sure. Both miss. Oh, we should have been casting gravity weapon, shouldn't we? Okay, we can do that now. I keep forgetting we have that. There we go, that's better. And we only did 7 back. We can't stand... And Inspire Courage is still active. Let's see, we do have reasonable Intimidate. Let's see if we can demoralize it. Okay, so that increases our hit chance. That would have crit without the demoralize, but should make it easier for everyone else to do something too, like toss out some needle darts. And that does that. Okay. But Anna's still a bit hurt. So we should top her up for sure. Tok'tar, go watch over there for the moment. Scarlet will move up. Stand. Okay, and Safi will... use a level 1 scroll to heal here. And then grab another scroll.
An old shrine. Overgrown and deserted.
It was dedicated to the cerulean sky, the goddess who shields us from the void.
Looks like she couldn't shield her own temple. It's profaned and desecrated.
We could clean it up a bit.
Clean it up a bit? We're adventurers, not janitors.
The Oracle teaches it's everyone's responsibility to do good along the way. The shrine needs to be consecrated again.
It could also have good items left behind. We could loot the shrine, but...
What is it, Scarlet?
Negative energy now suffuses the shrine. We'll take damage each round we're inside.
I see. We could also pass the shrine for now, save our strength, and focus on saving Lenka. Consecrate, loot, or ignore. I wonder...
Well, I think we're going to consecrate it, so let's see what we're dealing with. All of these spaces cause negative energy damage. You can spend 3 actions here to consecrate this shrine, okay? Well, we can, I think I'm hatching a plan here. Okay, okay. Here's what I'm gonna try to do. No, I should still do this either way. Okay, I'll explain as I go here. So step 1, we're going to move down here. We can't consecrate because we take 3 actions. But we can use one of our new spells here. We need to move up for it. We need to be 30 feet away, that's fine. We're going to cast Haste on Scarlet. This means next turn she'll be able to consecrate and move away from any danger that may happen. Safi, you give... I don't know, Anna's more baked up a bit, so... Protect her from evil if there is any. Tok'tar, You shield everything.
Something prevents the consecration. An evil presence. A shadow is manifesting in the profane circle.
Fools! The shrine is but a shadow now, and soon you will be shadows too.
The shadow is incorporeal and so resistant to most attacks, but positive damage such as from a heal spell or force damage as from a magic missile will be effective.
A ghost touch weapon would be useful now.
Well, we have one. The problem is she's down there right next to this thing, and we probably don't want that, because this Profane Circle also seems to be giving it a bonus to attack rolls and stuff. And it's a level 7 Greater Shadow. It has a lot of resistances, and it can steal the shadow, making a target enfeebled 2 or 3 on a critical hit. So that's... and it can separate as a new shadow spawn. Okay, so we don't want it to steal our shadow, and we also don't want it to enfeeble everyone horribly. And it gets to go next. Ouch, 26 damage, and that was just a hit. Rolled 2 max 10s, okay. Well, we've already gotten enfeebled a bit there, okay. I think we just have to bull rush this. Alright, let's get a lingering composition up. And try to hit it. Dealt 8 damage. I might just want to burn a magic missile next time, potentially. I'll need to think about that. Safi, that is undead. You are a good caster. Alright. See if you can do something to it. 7 damage. It's saved. Okay. And guidance again won't help. Champion spells, lay on hands, healer's blessing, yeah. Right now I think we need this thing down. And since it does negative damage, shield block won't help on it. Okay, and then let's do a hunter's aim. We can't actually swap it with our remaining actions, so I guess we'll fire again. So if this attacks us and steals our shadow again, it'll spawn another shadow, which is not great. Okay, but instead it attacked, took door, and rolled very low. So we still have Inspire Courage up, that's good. We could burn the Magic Missile, but that is also, so we do 20 damage there. That is also the only level 3 spell we have right now, so I'm kind of tempted, but a True Strike here seems it wouldn't be out of line. Critical hit. Only dealt 18 damage, but still not bad. And... do we attack out again? I think so. Disrupt Undead. Saved again. It's taking some damage. Please hit. Harder. Yeah, again, if we had a bigger weapon, we would have dealt like another 4 damage, so it would have been 9, basically, on average. Okay, so let's swap this out for our Ghost Touch weapon. Though now we are enfeebled, aren't we? So that's hurting us here, but still. Yeah, that's much better. 14. We need like one more hit here. We're probably not going to get it. So it's going to get one more round. Take the reaction. It's going to spawn a shadow now. Okay. For 9 damage... I think this is worth just trying to get rid of it.
The shadow dissipated.
The negative energy is dissipating as well. The shrine is safe now.
Safe, but not wholly yet. We have work to do.
Are we just going to ignore the other shadow that's there, or maybe it'll despawn after this? I guess we'll see what happens.
I know I was in favor, but children shouldn't need to work, you know?
Safi.
Fine.
Is it just gonna be there until after this cutscene's done?
What was that? Why do I feel some power?
A major boon of the cerulean sky. We've been blessed by a goddess.
It's a self-healing power, but it's single use. Each of us can use it once only, and then it's gone. Though it will last until used.
You are all going to hoard it until the final boss fight, aren't you? Just use it if you need to, okay?
Yeah, no, okay, the shadow's still there. Okay, that's hilarious. So we still need to kill the shadow here. Scarlet, yeah, get up there. Okay. We can swap back to our bow. Anna, head on down there. Some chests to loot. This apparently has a sudden blight trap on it, so we're gonna need some thievery, so that's Scarlet's deal. You can watch over there. Scarlet will have to take... No, she's hasted, so she can't try to disable this. But failed. It's alright. We failed by 1. 88 gold. 73 gold. Bag of holding. You two can chill up there. Failed again. Failed again. Critical failure. Okay, well, just to check, we had a 60% chance to succeed, and we failed 1, 2, 3 times, and then critically failed, and then took all of that damage. Okay, well, which looks like it enfeebled us. No, the enfeebled force from the shadow. That's right. Okay. +1 striking, wounding, battle axe. Okay. Well. You're gonna be in the back anyway, aren't you? It's probably fine. Oops, not what I meant to do, but it's not the end of the world.
A wounded Leshy, stealthing, resting against a tree.
She's badly wounded.
What happened to you, Spirit?
A cruel monster. There was nothing I could do. It had a scythe. A murderous expression on its face.
A redcap. They delight in causing their victims suffering. It left the Leshy here to slowly bleed out.
No, it's still here.
More victims come. Good. I prefer my blood red anyway.
Defend the Leshy team, and let's give her some healing if we can.
The red cap is hiding, but it looks like he'll go next. He's 50 feet. Okay, well, yes, he is fast then. Okay, let's move over here. That'll give us a flank. Critical success. It won't matter because we have the lingering composition, so sure. Oh, that'll do. What does it get? Divine Revulsion. If we cast a divine a spell or taking a thing, it has to make a will save. I don't know exactly what counts as divine, but let's try good divine lance here. No, that's that. I guess that counts as the percent symbol, except we don't need to do it because he's dead.
Clear. Now let's heal the Leshy if we can.
Okay, well, you have some scrolls, but we're not going to be using those right now because we have some other things. You might have been wondering, why am I holding on to things like this minor healing potion at this point? This is why.
Thank you. I could walk back home like this.
Team, if it's possible for us, let's heal our friend to maximum. She needs all the health she can get.
I don't think Healer's Blessing helps here, but let's find out. Yeah, it doesn't. It shouldn't.
Thank you. I can take it from here. I can help you, too. With this much energy, I feel a power. A blessing.
A blessing?
This. The blessing will last you for the rest of the day. Thank you again.
Okay, well, I strongly suspect that's it here. I think we can head out.
The bridges and walkways are in a sorry state.
It, unfortunately, hasn't been a priority to rebuild them. Scarlet, are we still far away?
A bit. But we're on the right path.
Then let's move on.
Alright, well, we still have 2 more encounters. Will-O-Wisp. Almost in reach of the hag's cabin, you find the wooden bridge before you broke it. You try and ford the swamp, but something catches your attention. Is there anything we need to worry about here? +1 item bonus to perception. Who has the best perception? 10, 11, 11, 13. Okay, well, Gratz, Safi, I guess you get that. Weapons grade cold iron, we don't need those. We have a +1 striking wounding battle axe, which is worth 440 gold because of the runestone of wounding. Whenever it hits, it deals bleed damage. So that really is only going to help against stuff that A, it is not resistant to damage in the first place, and B, will survive multiple turns, which I generally find is less useful. In theory, I could put it on Scarlet or Tokdar's weapon, though. I'm gonna put it on Scarlet's, just because that way if she shoots something from a distance it can bleed as it walks over. We don't have anything better to do. It's gonna cost us 34 gold. Okay, sure. Can always sell it later if we want. Alright.
The bridge is broken, Battle Leader. We cannot proceed.
There is no way around. We'll need to ford.
Again? Fine. Wait. What is that?
Friend Orc, I can help you. Make you powerful.
A talking sword?
An intelligent item. But treasures like these are very rare.
Who are you? Identify yourself, Blade.
Your leader said it. I'm a +3 major striking, holy axiomatic Faebane longsword. Exactly what you need on your quest.
This is a trap, Tokdar.
A trap? But I need the extra power.
Did I mention I'm also an Apex item? A +2 bonus to strength can be yours. Overpowered for your level, isn't it?
Tokdar, stop. Hear how it sounds. It's definitely evil.
It's not a talking sword. See how it's rusted? Magic items don't deteriorate like that. It's a will-o-wisp animating an old mundane sword.
A will-o-wisp?
A magic immune aberration. It's luring Tokdar in.
What? You're not an Apex weapon.
I'm not. Minions, kill the mortals.
Will-o-wisp, not a talking sword. Well, once we kill the will-o-wisp, we'll get the sword, right? Right? Okay. Anna still has 2 slots for level 2 because this will-o-wisp seems to be permanently invisible, I'm guessing. And it's immune to all spells or impulses that require an attack roll or saving throw except for glitter dust. Spells that don't require an attack roll or saving throw, such as magic, missile, and fairy fire, work against it as normal. So we'll hit it with a fairy fire there. But we have quicklings and elite midflits coming at us, which will probably almost certainly be easier to deal with in this AC 27 will-o-wisp. So let's try to take these out first. That's a good start. Okay, you are going to back up here and get back to your team. Anna, you have Fairy Fire. Thank you for casting it. And we failed on that. It seems to want to stay at a distance for Electric Arc, which is a really good chance for us to try to take other things out. Like this thing. It'll try to move. So we have a 60% chance to hit. Or we can have a 50 and 25, which is better. And it's bleeding. And it's an elite quickling, unlike the other one. Okay. We have a 10% chance to hit. If we do that, if we punch it, we have a 20% chance to hit. But it'll punch will do a lot less damage. Really love flanking poor Anna. Again, 24 AC for both of them, just less hit points. Okay, we still need to try to take things out here. The bleed did 5 damage. Tokdar or Anna are going to probably take the brunt of damage here, aren't they? Vengeful Anger. Okay, well. Let's move over to here. They're down. Anna. Do that. If I strike you, you're gonna run away, which fine. So be it. And we'll shield ourselves. Ouch on that critical failure. Okay. Let's see if we can... 95% chance to hit. Okay, so let's go after you first. That'll do it. That missed. So we're gonna have to go make our way out the will-o-wisp here soon, I think. That's down, so it's just the will-o-wisp left. Tokdar. Head over here, raise your shield. We did inspire courage for a few rounds. Is there anything I want to try to do right now? If it steps and hits me, Toke Dark can block some of the damage. It's probably just going to hurt a bit. Let's just cast Shield. Is it immune to fear or anything? Let's try to demoralize it. Low chance, but we'll try. Oh, it feared us right back. How about that? So kind of it. Alright, let's get over here. And we'll do a hunted shot. Safi will move into range, and I'll burn a level 1 heal on you just so you don't drop. Let's move you down here. And then cast a Healer's Blessing on ourselves. And I will move over here. We don't have any True Strikes left anyway. That might be something to make a signature spell at some point. I think we just have to try to wear this down. Looks like it likes to cast Electric Arc and then shock us for 13 damage average with plus 17 attack, so a reasonable chance of a crit. Hunter's Aim. Concealment ignored because of True Strike, yep. Oh, Gravity Weapon. It will be immune to, yeah, Divine Lance or anything. Not really a ton of stuff we can do here. So I think we just wait, basically, until somebody gets zapped and we're ready to heal. That's a better hit. That's better. 5% chance to hit. But raising our shield doesn't do anything because it's electricity damage, so I guess it makes it higher chance to miss. Okay. Keep that going. Success this time. Why did I use my shield? That's odd. Definitely didn't want to do that. I think we have a pretty good chance of killing it, so we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, here, yes. Pretty good is very different from guaranteed. Alright.
Magic immune enemies. I don't think I want to fight them again.
I apologize, Battle Leader. I don't know what happened. As you said, the trap was obvious.
It's the swamp. There's a supernatural enchantment affecting all of us, enhancing our fear. It played with your mind.
Get up from the mud, Tokdar. You did well in combat, and we won. That's what matters. Let's clean up and continue to the Coven. It's only a few hundred feet now.
But we still get the sword, right? I'm gonna try swapping those to see if it helps. It's odd. It's a nice scroll of fear, I guess, if I ever have the good chance to use it. Bag of holding for, I don't know, Scarlet to hold in the back. Alright. We finally reached the hag's cabin, but I have a strange feeling that Lenka isn't here anymore.
I don't think Lenka is here. I have no evidence, but...
It feels that way, I agree. Perhaps Safi should come in first alone.
What?
I was only joking when I suggested we sacrifice the child battle leader.
You were, but Scarlet was right. If we send Safi in first, the hags will talk to him. If Lenka isn't here, they could reveal her location to him.
Is that safe? We shouldn't split the party, right?
It is risky, and I won't force you, but we'd be standing by the door, ready to roll initiative the moment things go wrong.
Okay. Wish me luck. Hello, dear witches?
Ooh, a child has come from the town to pay us a visit. A well-spoken, well-mannered child, no less. Your parents would be proud. Please, come in, come in. How can we serve you, dear?
Rumor in town says you're wise and know things. And you see, my friend Lenka has disappeared.
A lost child? How terrible. We have indeed seen your friend. She was right here with us, too. Would you like us to send you to her?
Actually, maybe you could just tell me where she is? I can walk there on my own.
Nonsense, my dear. The Starborn's fortress is a half-day's journey away. Why don't you step into the Profane Circle? We can teleport you to Lenka right away. Do it! You'll see your friend in just a minute. Charm.
Okay.
Now, move in and rescue Safi. Safi! The hags are not your friends. They're the ones who kidnapped Lenka.
You brought adventurers, child? Betrayer. We'll kill you for this. Sisters, ready the coven spell. No more nice witches. You all die.
You know, maybe if you don't say step into the Profane Circle, it'll be more convincing that it's, you know, not a bad thing. Not that I want to give advice to, you know, evil witches, I suppose, but... Okay, so we'll get 3 actions off. So the Coven Hags here, they're Supreme level 6 enemies. They can do a miasma of green vapors. I'm not quite sure if that's like a line or a cone or an emanation. They can cast a 5th level acid as a Coven spell. So they have to work together. So if we can kill one of the hags quickly, that means no Coven spell. We definitely don't want to leave all 3, which is already, I mean, kind of the general rule, but it's just even more important here. Okay, so let's come down here. Got a hit in. Gravity weapon, hunt prey, hunted shot. Safi, let's have you, you know, get out of the ritual circle. They have weakness to cold iron. Nothing else. I don't think we necessarily need a healer's blessing right away, so let's have a 45% chance to hit here. Alright, so they did their chanting, they fired off the acid damage over there, which, you know, obviously hurt a bit. Our goal is to try to make sure they don't get to do that again. I have kind of a sneaky idea here, though. I'm gonna try it. This might be a horrible idea. If we can calm emotions on these two, because they're only level 6, they're not level 7, so if we burn our best spell slot, we can calm emotions. If either one fails, I assume they can't do the Coven spell, and they can't attack, which will be huge. And they both failed, which is, given they only had to apparently roll a 5 to succeed, I was really not expecting both to fail, but hey, I guess I'll take it. And they have lesser cover from here, but they'll be clear if we move down here. 60 and 35 versus 70. Let's go with that. Missed. And you can only really get attacked by that hag right now. This is the final fight of the day, so let's not risk it. Okay. That was overkill by a lot, but... Okay. Yes, it looks like they were not able to do. It looked like they didn't do the Coven spell too. I'm not quite sure. C did use chanting, but B did not, so I'm not entirely sure what was going on with that. But it's no longer an issue. So we still want to sustain the calm emotions on you, so you can't do anything. Let's get that. That's a good hit. Hunt Prey. 60 and 35. There we go. Okay, rolled a critical hit. 19. We had a 20% chance to roll a crit. Pinned him. Everyone's still okay health-wise. Well, on our side at least. They would probably disagree. Let's give you a healer's blessing just in case. Ouch. Better. And now we're just down to 1, so this fight is effectively won. I still have like a heal on myself I can do and some other things. It's the last fight of the day. We might as well use it. Way over heal. %chance missed, of course. Enfeebled. But I think the hag's almost down. Well, trying.
This room is clear.
Lenka isn't in this room either. The hag spoke the truth.
They sent Lenka to a fortress of the Starborn. Let's search the cabin. If the hags are serving the demons, then there's bound to be a map to the fortress location around here.
I'm weak. I would have gone along with the teleport.
You were under the influence of an enchantment. It doesn't count.
Why did I fail to save, though? It's because you're all right. I am still a child. I'm not an adventurer. I don't belong here.
I understand what you mean. It's not the effect of an enchantment which made me vulnerable to the will-o-wisp. It's my greed and weakness. It's that I desperately wanted the magic item to be real. To be mine.
It's gotten to them both.
Safi, you're here to save and bring back your friend from terrifying enemies. You're not just an adventurer. You're a hero. Tokdar, it's only thanks to your strength that we were even able to get this far in our adventures. Sometimes you fail, even if you do everything right. That's just how the dice can be. Search the rooms and take a long rest, everyone. In the morning, we rescue Lenka from this demonic fortress.
Alright. Having cleared out the Hag's Lair, you clear it of Profane fetishes and spend the night there exhausted. You must find Lenka, but it's already dark and the rest of the adventure must wait for another day. Runestone of Demolishing, persistent damage to constructs. Weapons grade Cold Iron, level 3 spell of Soothe, which Anna could use. Okay, sure. And I think we will pick up next time. As you see, we have 3 more encounters before we level up. This has already been about an hour. In general, the Profane Barrier encounters are larger, more involved, higher level, gets more complex too, which I think is an awesome thing, to be clear. It's not me disapproving. That means there's probably a good chance future levels are going to be 2 hours each, so 2 videos. So I will see you in the next one where we will finish level 5.